Wallace here, Real Sports Star Ridge Wallace, coming to you guys a very late edition of the Monday Growl. Sorry I'm so late. Sorry the lighting's so bad. Wanted to come to you guys with this edition of the Monday Growl. Now, as we know, the NFC South playoff picture is about to take shape. We had two games over the weekend to really keep focus on, and they were two games within the NFC South. That was Atlanta versus New Orleans, Carolina, and Tampa Bay. For the Panthers, it was simple. Win and you're in. It was not the best performance by the Carolina Panthers. There's a lot of things that this team could have done way better than what they did, but still they got the win, and they are in the playoffs at 11-4. That's all they needed to do. They just needed to win, and they are in. Right now, they're 5th seed in the NFC playoffs, but a lot can change, and we're going to get to that in a minute. Let's talk about that Atlanta and that Saints game, because that game really had a lot of impact on the Panthers. If the Falcons would have won that game, then this week's matchup in Atlanta would have set up a matchup for the division title. But the Saints got the win over the Falcons. The Falcons are a shell of themselves as a football team that they were last year. Atlanta will play Carolina this weekend. The Saints will go to Tampa Bay. What the Panthers need this weekend is a win in Atlanta and a loss from New Orleans against Tampa Bay to claim the division. Now, New Orleans and Tampa Bay and the Carolina Atlanta both will be playing at 4 o'clock. For the Panthers, they have to win in Atlanta if they want any shot of winning this division. As far as the Falcons are concerned, if they lose this Sunday to the Panthers, they are out, and the Seattle Seahawks will be in as the 6th seed as long as they do their job and they win. So there's a lot within the NFC South happening, but a lot outside of the NFC South happening as well. So let's talk about how the Panthers can get a first round bye, because that's been a question. Carolina simply needs Minnesota to lose. They need a Minnesota loss to the Bears to get a first round bye and to get at least a home game in Carolina. Now, what do they need to do to get that 2nd seed? They need Minnesota to lose, and they need a Rams loss to San Francisco to give them that 2 seed. Honestly, I don't think all that's going to happen. I see Carolina as a 5th seed or a 3 seed at best within this playoff realm, or maybe a 4 seed, but I don't see them climbing in the number 2 seed at this point. I think that's going to go to Minnesota. But for the Carolina Panthers, they do not have to win this weekend. They're in. A loss to Atlanta would bring them to a 6th seed. Right now, they'd be sitting at the 5th seed currently. That means they would go play New Orleans, who would be the 4th seed in wild card weekend, as New Orleans would be the divisional winners. So there's a lot at stake for the Panthers right now. Like I said, guys, they just need to focus on just playing a good game, having momentum going into the playoffs, because they've clinched. Like I said, this was not the team's best effort last week, but I do believe that what they showed last week is not who they really are. They are a good football team. They've shown us that, and I think you'll see a better team this week than what you got last Sunday. But hats off to Tampa Bay. They played a great game, and maybe they can do enough to upset New Orleans. We take care of our business so we can be division champs. Guys, until then, keep pounding, and I will talk to you guys later on. So see you guys soon. Keep pounding.